Okay, we're going to work on image number 27 now, and this is going to be making single person selections. So this is a feature that's really new and advanced and cool, and it's not something I regularly use, but I would like to show it. And as you can see, I'm still following the textbook on the right. So I'm going to move me down here and cover up those thumbnails. So if we're back at the develop module, we go back over to our mask and selection area. You will see down at the bottom, it loaded this little thumbnail called person one. So that could take a second for your computer to do, but once it does that, we want to click on the person one little thumbnail. Once it does that, you can see that I have these different options I can select. The skin, the face skin, the body skin, the eyebrows, the eye sclera, so the white around the eyes, the iris and the pupil, lips, teeth, which aren't showing, hair, facial hair, and clothes. This is just so incredible. Masking each of those individual things used to be pretty time consuming. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to adjust his hair and his eye sclera, and we're going to do those as two separate masks. So you can choose eye sclera and then choose hair. And then you see you get this option down here, create two separate masks. Pretty slick. So we're going to choose that and then choose create mask. From here, let's call mask one eye brighten. So when you start working with multiple masks, naming them can be helpful, but you can also see when you click on mask two, it still says person one hair and person one eye. So honestly, I don't really feel like I need to rename those. It is good practice to learn about renaming them. So you just right click and choose rename, but I'm actually going to leave those. When you start working with many, many layers, you can start forgetting what's what, and then having them labeled will really help you. So we're just going to make some minor adjustments. It is a good photo. I would actually fix the background and make it more pure white, but we'll see what they do. So first, we're going to choose the hair adjustment mask. So we're going to make sure we're selected on mine is mask two, the person's hair. And then you can see my mask two selections pop up, and they're in a light gray box. So we're going to drag the shadows to 30, or just type 30 after double clicking the box. And then blacks to -9. So I'm going to double click and then type -9, and I get that. Now for some additional eye sparkle, we're going to use the eye brighten mask. So I'm going to select mask one. I click twice on that and I can see it's my eyes. So we're going to raise the shadows to 46. Ooh, did you see that? Add a slight crop to get rid of extra headspace, and this portrait's ready for prime time. I disagree about the crop, so I'm just going to leave that. Wow, he didn't do much else. So we could just leave it at that. It is kind of interesting. Another thing you can do to eyes, like he just brought the shadows down, but another thing you could do, I'm going to zoom into the eyes here so you can see this. A lot of times we have like bloodshot eyes. So one thing you can do, so I'm going to make sure I'm still on the eye mask, is you can desaturate. So as I bring the saturation down, oh, I chose hue instead of saturate. Ah, I'm hitting Command Z. On the saturation bar, you can desaturate, and you can actually see if I go too far, you can see the whites of his eyes just turn to black and white. So you don't want to go that far. But if you just tone it down a little bit, you can pull all of the kind of red eye out by turning those lines to a desaturated version. I kind of want to show some other things. I'm going to deviate from the book here because I think this feature is really neat. So if we go back, oops. I want to click up here. So if we go back to our create new masks area, and let's see here, we're back on the eyes. I wouldn't really, since we chose the eye sclera already, we can't change his eye color on this. So I thought it would be neat to at least clean up the background. So I see that vignetting on the edges for if you I don't think anyone in here has taken studio. I don't like that. So I do agree with them on the crop just to get rid of that edge. So I will go to the crop tool and I will bring this edge in just a bit to center him a little bit better and to get rid of that imperfection. The last thing I want to see how it does here is I want to choose my mask selections, create new mask, select background. And now I really want to bring up the exposure on this to make that a real pure white. And maybe bring the shadows like up to get rid of any of the shadows on the edges. Let's just look at it. Bring the white up. I think that really pops. So that concludes the using the, what do they call it? The single person selection